Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today's class is specifically designed for my pregnant mamas who would like to do some yoga that also incorporates strength, because at this period of time during pregnancy, it's nice to get a little bit of both, some strength training, but nothing that feels incredibly strenuous or incredibly heavy. So as you can tell, I've strapped on some light weights, and I recommend that you use maybe like a 2-pounder in each hand. We're not going to be using it during the entirety of the class. Sometimes we're going to be using blocks. And also, if having weights in the class is just too much for you, please set the weights aside. It is completely not necessary. You're going to get a really good, powerful class regardless of whether or not you use the weights. So you listen to you, mama. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You just listen to your body. I am currently 33 weeks pregnant, and I can comfortably do this class, but it doesn't matter what point in pregnancy you are. If you feel like something doesn't feel right, please alternate it with something different, or take a pause, take a drink, and just do what feels good for you. So let's get started right away. We're going to get started with your weights down. I'm just going to keep them on just because they're strapped onto my wrist, but if you don't have this version of weights, just put your weights down if they are free weights. And we're going to come in a cat-cow pose, so just tabletop, and we're gonna inhale, let your belly drop, hips come up, you look up, and exhale, tuck your chin in, curl your tailbone in. I'm just gonna alternate with the breath, just a slow little warm up. Maybe you want to shift your hips from side to side. Now I promise you a really good strength training here. But first of all, especially when we're pregnant, it's really important to warm up, to get connected with the breath, to remind yourself and your body that you are safe. It is such a privilege to be able to move here during our pregnancy. A few more breaths through cat-cow. And then we're gonna take it up into downward facing dog. So tucking the toes under, pressing the hips up. And bending in one knee, straightening the other leg. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. And then come to center. We're gonna inhale, come up onto your toes. And as you exhale, press down onto the heels. Now you can keep doing that, or as you inhale, I want you to lean your weight back, bending into the knees a lot, like you're crouching back. And as you exhale, straighten the legs, press down onto the heels. So any variation of that. Inhale, crouch. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, crouch. Exhale, straighten. Last time, crouch. And this time we're going to shift forward into plank, hold. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Knees come down. Now, option to do this without blocks, or you can take a block and place it in between your thighs, getting a little bit of inner thigh engagement. We're going to pick up the knees to a hover and hold here. for 10, for 9, for 8, press through those hands, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, keep breathing, for 2, and 1. Let those knees come down and let that block go off to the side. We're gonna inhale, left leg comes all the way back, and we're gonna pulse that left leg up, just tiny little pulses. Press through the heel so you're really flexing in that left foot, and pulse the left glute, the left leg up for 10, 9, 8. Careful not to swing, just a little pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the right toes under. We're pressing into the hands, coming up into three-legged dog with that left leg all the way up. Now, once again, we're just going to point those left toes and pulse that left leg up as high as we can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees come down, back into table. Extend your right hand all the way forward. Now trying to keep your hips level here as much as you can. You're going to extend that left leg back. Now option here to grab hold of a weight with your right hand and hold. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Extend. And connect. Extend. Keep the breath flowing. Let's do 3 more. Connect. Extend. 2. And 1. Extend. And let that hand, let that knee go. Wiggle the hips from side to side. Release any tension that might have built up. And we're going to shift over to the other side. Right leg kicks all the way back. Engage that right leg. Press through that right heel. And then little pulses with the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck those left toes under, come up into downward facing dog, and kick that right leg all the way up. Point the right toes, and once again, little pulses with that leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees come all the way down. Extend the left hand forward this time. Option to grab a weight in that left hand. And the right leg is going to kick back. Hold here. Exhale, connect the elbow to the knee. Extend. Connect. Extend. Connect. You are strong, mama. Keep going. Extend. Connect. Extend. Connect. Extend. Let that go. Great job. We're going to extend our left hand once again to the front. And we're gonna pivot into a gate pose. So left leg is going to extend out long. We're opening up to the left side of our mat, extending that left hand all the way overhead. Again, option to grab hold of a weight here, just a light weight. Picking up that left leg. And as you exhale, you're gonna bend the knee, bend the elbow, and intend them towards each other. Extend, connect. Extend, connect. Let's go for 3 more. For 2, it's really important that you keep breathing. For 1. Great job. The hand and the knee comes down. We're gonna do the other side right away. Coming onto your left side, modified side plank. Right hand is gonna extend overhead and right leg is going to engage. Bring that right leg all the way up as high as you can without doing too much of a back bend, and then bend into that right knee and that right elbow and connect as much as you can. Extend, connect. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Great job. The hand and the knee come right back into table. Option to take a little child's pose if you need it. Otherwise, we're coming up into downward facing dog. And walk to the front of your mat. Walk your feet to your hands. Now we're going to take a block and place it in between our thighs. So take a sec to adjust here and come up to stand. Now right away we want some engagement in those inner thighs. So find that engagement and take a seat in chair pose. Now option here to grab your hand weights and bring them up overhead. Now trying to minimize an overarch in your back. Really engage in those inner thighs and the glutes as you sit down. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands back behind you as far as you can without bringing your shoulders up too high. And maybe you come up onto your toes. Exhale, press back down onto the heels, hands come up. Hands come all the way back and up onto your toes. So we're working a little bit of balance, and I know that can be challenging while pregnant, but remember that you are strong and you have the option to just move the arms with the light weights. So let's go for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Great job. Come back down onto the heels if you're not already there and remove that block. Maybe you want to shake it out. Maybe you want to sway your hips from side to side. Whatever feels good here. Taking a breather. That was hard. Good job. And then we're going to bring our hands into our chest in a prayer pose. Inhale, right leg comes up into a stork. up into your chest. And as you exhale, you're going to press that right glute all the way back into a warrior three. Now, option two, extend the arms out back as well with the weights. Now, if you're using the weights, make sure that you are keeping your back nice and straight, no dumping forward as much as possible, trying to get that back engagement, the backs of the arms. Hands come back up into stork. So we're going to alternate between these two postures for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. This time carefully stepping your right foot all the way back, coming up into a high lunge. Hands come up with the weights. Holding here. Exhale, lean forward into a runner's lunge. Hands circle back, and again, getting that engagement, bringing the arms as far back and as high back as you can. Hands come up, you come straight up. High lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. Let's go for 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. And opening up into a warrior 2. So your body is going to be facing that right side, bending into the front leg, letting your shoulders fall a little bit further down away from your ears. And again, you could be holding these hand weights. As we inhale, we're going to circle our hands up, straightening the front leg. Exhale, back down into warrior 2. Let's go for 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Great job. Exalt your warrior. So flipping the front palm and letting yourself just find a little bit of a back bend here, whatever's safe for you and your body. And exhale, cartwheel the hands forward. We're going to step that right foot to meet the left. Back into our chair. Now option 2, add the block once again. Take a seat. Exhale, hands fly back. Maybe you come up onto your toes. And chair. Let's go for 10. For 9. For 8. Remember how strong you are. For 7. For 6. For 5. Oftentimes we forget how we can overcome such really hard things. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Let that block go. Maybe taking a little wiggle. Yeah, pregnancy is challenging, and you go through some pretty hard things. So give yourself some credit. You got this. Inhale, left leg comes up into stork. And maybe it doesn't come as high as the other side. For me, this is the side that tends to flare up during pregnancy. So just being kind to yourself. And as you exhale, we're going to kick that left leg all the way back into a warrior 3. Hands come back. Inhale, hands come up, knee to chest. Let's go for 4. Keep breathing. Take it at your own pace. Balance can be challenging. For 3. For 2. For 1. This time, as we go into warrior 3, we're going to carefully step our left leg all the way back. We're coming up into our high lunge. Hands come up with the weights. Exhale, runner's lunge. Chest comes forward, hands come back. Remember to keep that engagement. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands swim back. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. And we're going to open up into warrior 2 to the left side this time. So bending into that front leg. And as you inhale, hands come up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hands come down, bend. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Great job. Exalt your warrior. Flip that front palm. Let it go. And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the front of the mat. And this time we're going to step into our downward facing dog. Again, option 2, come down into a child's pose. And then we're going to all meet in our child's pose. So if you have weights like mine, I invite you to release your wrists from what you just carried this whole time. And we're gonna come into that child's pose. So wide knee child's pose. And maybe you can't comfortably bring your head all the way down. So using your blocks, using whatever props feel really good to you. We're gonna extend our hands to the right side of our mat, getting a left side stretch. So really important to stretch after such strenuous strength. That was pretty challenging. So please make sure to take lots of extra time to stretch and to hydrate. Oh my goodness, during pregnancy, you need so much more water, and sometimes you forget. I've been very guilty of that. And we're gonna switch over to the left side. So hands over to the left, maybe you move your block. Great job. Great job today, Mama. We did it. We did it together. And we're going to bring our legs out in front of us. So windshield wiper your knees nice and gently, moving them from side to side. Beginning to slow down the breath, being really intentional with the breath. And then we're gonna meet in center, bringing your feet into, or your legs into a butterfly pose. Inhale, and exhale, fold forward as much as you can. I find that I am significantly tighter during pregnancy, so I can't fold forward too much, but the whole intention behind it is to open up those inner thighs and release some of the lower back. So Do not stress if you're not getting very far. You just need to feel the stretch in your body in whatever way feels not too bad. You should not be in pain. Just a little bit of a release. Now extend your feet out long into a straddle. Inhale, long spine. Flex into the feet. We don't want any injuries. And exhale, once again, you can fold forward while using your blocks to help you come down. Maybe you place those blocks in a position where they could be underneath your head. You could also place both blocks there and stack them in a way that brings the ground a little closer to you. Let's breathe here. Great job. Coming right back up. Bringing your knees carefully back in. Now, taking whatever other stretches you feel that you need, I invite you to stay as long as you need for the stretching portion, and also doing a little bit of a shavasana, a little bit of breath work afterwards can feel really, really good during pregnancy. If you enjoyed practicing with me and this kind of practice, please leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know that you enjoy this so that I can continue to create these for you. Obviously, I am pregnant, so I really enjoy this kind of workout, but I'd love to hear from you, and let me know how your pregnancy is going as well. I love to hear about other people's pregnancy experiences. Anyways, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Until next time.